Guys, wait to the camera, Mary. That's my cousin Mary. She's one of my biggest supporters ever. She's holding my first book, Chosen Generation, Called Out of Darkness into the Light, that was released November the 20th, 2018. And also Gracefully Bound. She's holding Gracefully Bound, my second book that was released last month, and I am so excited about it. I also have a website. You guys need to check it out. www.simplesitepredestined with an extra e.com. I have a YouTube channel. You guys can check it out. I have an Amazon author page. Also, you can feel free to check that out. Also, whenever you get a chance and want to purchase your book. Also, my daughter has a book, Journey, Faith Boswell, entitled I Love God and Mom. Also, she wants me to talk about her second book that will be released next year, How Powerful He Is in the City. And also, Eyes of the Shepherd will be coming out next year also. So I'm just letting God use me and overflow in my life. And also, I'm going to let my cousin tell you what she loves about Gracefully Bound and Chosen Generation. So, Mary, what inspired you to purchase Sandy's books?
First of all, Sandy is my cousin, and
Yay.
her and I connected last year, about 2 years ago actually,
Yay.
and during that time, Sandy expressed that she was going to write a book. And not only in the past 2 years has she wrote one book, she wrote two books by the time we got a chance to reconnect again 2 years later. And that's what inspired me to purchase her books.
So, what can you learn, Mary, from her books? Can you apply it to your everyday life? How would you apply it to womanhood and motherhood with raising your daughter?
Well, first book, Out of the Darkness into the Light, and second book,
Can you hold that book up, Mary?
Gracefully Bound. They both talk about Sandy's experiences and how God is speaking through her about certain life issues. And I think the way these books can be an inspiration to others is they can let a person know that they're not alone in their struggles and that there's someone who's been through the things that they've been through. And that right there is a lot. There's a lot of support right in there in that.
Okay, that was awesome, Mary. So, Mary, um, how is this helping you to inspire others also? Is this helping you to be a motivational speaker, evangelist, or what God has called you to be also?
Well, I am inspired by Sandy's efforts in allowing God to use her to write these two books and the time and dedication that she put in, and to write these books and making no excuses. Like, she did it. Like, in 2 years, two books. That's amazing. That is an accomplishment. You know.
Right. So, where do you expect to leave with her when it comes with her books? What do you hope that you can take along with you as you leave and
Well,
go back home?
well, for me, I just take the experience and knowing, being able to know someone who wrote a book, who wrote some books, and now that I see that Sandy was able to do it, I see that I can do it too. If I dedicate myself, I can do it too. And that's what I take from that. It's just further encouragement to do the thing I need to do for myself, and how I can, and then how I can share my gifts with the world.
Right. And ensuring your gifts, what are you going to do, Mary, to apply those steps?
Well, one of the things I'm working on right now is to be a life coach. So I'm going to school and taking different certification courses to be a life coach because I want to get the methodology down and techniques I need to get down in order for me to really share my gifts in that way. And from there, I may, do speeches and write my own books. So
You
that's
may.
yes.
I believe you are. You're going to be a life coach. You're going to be changing the world.
Thank you.
Don't you think, Mary?
Yes.
That's what I think. So, what inspired you to be a life coach, Mary?
I really love helping people. I love the idea of being able to help people find their path and find what really is truly their gift and what really works for them, and just helping them on their way and encouraging them, on their path.
Oh wow. So what are one of your favorite poems in Sandy's book? Would you like to read one or two?
Okay. I haven't picked out a favorite yet, but I just would like to talk about, for one, Out of Darkness into the Light. This one right here, it kind of talks about Sandy's personal experience growing up and different life issues she has to had to overcome. And this book is inspirational in that way. Um, and also for Gracefully Bound, I really like this one. This was like a textbook, and this one talks about Sandy's like God, like these are poems in here, and like God is like speaking through Sandy, and really coming with some very powerful, inspirational words.
So how can you, Mary, apply those powerful words to your own life journey of knowing who you are and continue to step into everything that He has designed and birthed inside of you, Mary? How can you use Sandy's book as your gracefully bound or as your chosen generation to know you put it all together and to know that this is a chosen generation of peculiar people?
Well, both Gracefully Bound and Out of the Darkness into Light both have words of inspiration and experience for the reader, and it could be something that you just pick up, every day and just read a poem from and read a passage from, and just be inspired. You can meditate on that passage and think about how you can apply it to your life, or how you can, how would it apply to you.
Okay,
Sometimes.
well, let's read one of or two, maybe three of her poems to see
Okay.
what that inspire you or can inspire you at this very moment.
Okay. Well, we'll check out Gracefully Brown.
Alrighty.
So I just came out to my light affliction.
Okay, so tell me what's light affliction about,
It says
Mary?
the weight of glory. That's like the picture of it. And then
Okay.
she mentions in here a few biblical texts, and it says, all his children. Oh, my affliction is but for a moment. God has promised all his children that he will do just what he said. For my light affliction is only for a moment. It is my Savior in the time of storm. My light affliction is only for a moment, for a more exceedingly external weight of glory. My light affliction is but only for a moment. Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and called according to his purpose that works in him. So that's like a first paragraph of this particular poem, My Light Affliction.
Okay, Mary, so can you tell us how would that work? How would that powerful words that God gave Sandy to say would apply to you? How would you use that and apply that to your everyday life?
Well, one that really touched me, when you talk about the Romans 8:28, the text from the Bible, all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and called according to his purpose that works in him. That is something I use already in my life. I really do believe that everything happens in my life is for my ultimate and highest good. Everything that happens is for my good, because I do love God. So everything's happening for my good.
Alrighty, Mary.
Yes.
So there's another one too. Another one you like to read, Mary?
Okay. So the other one I like to share is from Out of the Darkness into the Light. And what comes up is Mama. Mama is a passage, talks about Sandy and her relationship with her grandmother. It says, Mama, why you had to leave me, why you must go. I wasn't done sharing my moments in life with you, but you had to go. Because God said you had to, because you could no longer stay, because your time here on earth was up. So it's not goodbye. It's till you see you later on the other side. I knew you were here. Things wouldn't be the way that they are going always manage to. Keep our family together even when you had your plate full of worries. So mama, why you had to leave? But but I am confident in knowing that you are watching over us. Mama, I just knew if you were here things would be better. So this is a good passage right here. It's like, this is when I say talk about experience. This is like Sandy's experience with her grandmother being in her life, and being there for her, and her missing her grandmother, not wanting her grandmother to still be here, but realizing that her grandma, had to go. That was time God had called her home.
All right, Mary. That was awesome, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
So you heard it from Mary, my cousin. You heard it. She's holding up not one, but two of my books. Also, like I said, my daughter book, I Love God and Mom. That's also available on Amazon. And Mary's holding up my first and my second book. It is just an honor and a pleasure to have her as one of my biggest supporters in my family. Just honored and blessed. So be sure to check out my website, which is www.simplesitepredestinedauthor.com, my Amazon author page, and also I have a Facebook author page as well, which is Sexy Red. I tried to change it to Predestined Author, but it won't let me change the name. But feel free to check it out on Facebook as well. It's SEXXICREDD. That's another one of my author pages, and you can just type in my name, which is Sandy Boswell. I have two other author pages as well. So God bless. You guys heard it from Mary. Wait to the camera, Mary.